This is SpecBrew. SpecBrew is the proprietary automation platform developed by Specific Mechanical Systems. From grain handling through to cellar control, SpecBrew offers complete automation of the brewing process, ensuring repeatability from batch to batch and peace of mind for brewery staff. The brewhouse control panel, featuring a large 19-inch HMI touchscreen, is the command center of the brewhouse. SpecBrew's interface is intuitive from the start, meaning the brewer can load recipes and start brewing right away. Up to 5 user-configurable recipes can be sequenced at a time. Modification or creation of recipes can be made at the brewhouse HMI or on a separate computer using Microsoft Excel. Controls for both the brewhouse and the cellar can be securely accessed remotely from a computer or mobile device from anywhere with internet access capabilities. The hardware architecture design is Ethernet-based, so sensor, VFD, and other automation hardware components can be accessed remotely for convenience and support when necessary. Automated brewhouse functions, such as vessel CIP scheduling, are easy and fully configurable. Adjusting the speed of a pump motor, the opening and closing of a set of actuated valves, the duration of a transfer or process are all set at the touch of a button. SpecBrew has a variety of safety mechanisms, such as safety switches on vessel hatches and overboil detection sensors. All alarms are monitored and visibly displayed via a stack light at the control panel, as well as on the HMI alarm banner. The SpecBrew control system simplifies recipe-driven grain handling, which allows the brewer to configure the amount of weight required from multiple grain sources. SpecBrew will appropriately sequence the required conveyance systems and motors based on the recipe to pull the appropriate amount from each source. The grain will pass through the mill and deposit into the grist hopper as it awaits hydration into the mash tun. SpecBrew can control up to 3 silos, 6 pre-mill super sacks, 1 pre-mill hand hopper, 2 post-mill super sacks, direct milling of handbags, and all associated conveyance systems. To simplify grain handling control, a secondary HMI touchscreen control panel can be located near to grain storage or the mill location. The magic of the algorithm is highlighted as SpecBrew monitors the delivery rate of the grain and adjusts the hydration water flow rate and temperature to achieve the desired liquor-to-grist ratio for a given recipe. The step infusion mash sequence offers up to 5 different temperature steps, each with their own user-configured temperature, ramp time, soak time, mixer rotation speed, and steam jacket selection. Configured as part of the recipe, simply push Start and let SpecBrew do the work. Again, SpecBrew shows off its powerful capabilities with seemingly endless options for configurations and tracking. From foundation water to spent grain removal, SpecBrew streamlines the lautering process to ensure you achieve maximum efficiency. The lauter tun is equipped with sensors to accurately measure and control such elements as wort gravity, pH consistency, sparge water acidification, over and under screen differential pressure, wort turbidity during pour-off and runoff, and more. SpecBrew doesn't coast when it comes to the kettle. Multiple settings for each configuration are available, including boil times, steam jacket utilization, and temperature and mass flow meter recirculation for live gravity measurements during the boil process. Kettle temperature and fill level are reported back to the HMI in real time, as is overboil protection for safety. Optional additions such as an external calandria and a multi-chamber hop dosing module are some of the many available for the SpecBrew system. SpecBrew's Whirlpool module offers further hop additions either via hop back during wort knockout or by dosing directly into the Whirlpool. An optional inline wort cooler between the kettle and Whirlpool can reduce the wort temperature to allow hop additions at a lower temperature. SpecBrew continuously monitors the wort level in the whirlpool throughout the knockout process and automatically reduces the flow rate near the end of the process to minimize true breakup and maximize the amount of wort recovered. Real-time data of whirlpool level, knockout temperature, and flow rate are reported and displayed on the HMI. Prior to knockout, a hot water sanitized sequence prepares the heat exchanger, plumbing, and any interconnecting hoses for wort knockout and transfer to the fermenter. A water chase sequence clears the line to ensure no wort is left behind. SpecBrew's control of the hot and cold liquor tanks is an integral part of the brewing process. Each liquor tank is equipped with 3 pumps, one for liquor recirculation for heating or cooling, a second pump for distribution of blended hot and cold liquor to the brewhouse, and a third utility pump that is spooled and ready to distribute hot liquor for vessel rinse or wort chase, or cold liquor to the knockout heat exchanger. Each tank has automated temperature and level control. The temperature is maintained by circulating hot or cold liquor through an external heat exchanger. Glycol valves, steam valves, and pump motor control is automated based on the configuration parameters chosen by the user. A high-level shutdown switch to automatically disable the fill valves to the liquor tanks ensures no water is wasted. Maintaining cellar temperature has never been easier or more convenient. With SpecBrew, you can set your desired temperature to maintain active fermentation, your fermentation cold crash temperature, and the timing over which the cold crash will occur. Cellar control is possible from the primary HMI on the brew deck, on a separate HMI touchscreen located in the cellar, or even remotely on a mobile device via a secured login. If increasing yield, reducing labor costs, and delivering consistently great tasting beer is your goal, SpecBrew will tick those boxes and more.